Hey, Eloise Ansell here. This week I want to explore the small things in life. Hey, I'm Eloise. I am an intuitive healer based in the UK. Welcome or welcome back. And this week I want to talk about the small things, as I said. So sometimes the small things in life add up to a magical place, but we don't always give the small things in life the kind of attention sometimes that we need. So I sent out a newsletter um, today about like upgrading things and what's normal and what we put up with. So sometimes we put up with really silly things that are really easy to upgrade or sort out. And sometimes the hassle of putting up with the irritation of the thing, like over a year, how much stress and problems is that causing your life, and how much easier would it be just to sort that thing out? So some examples, you're putting up with a broken lid on a, thing, or and you'd have to kind of squeeze it on every time you use it. Or maybe your knickers are a little worn out and really need got some holes in them. We will put up with stuff because it's kind of like okay. And yet, like, do we deserve better? When we put up with these small little things, these little irritants in life, these little broken things, these little worn out things, and we accept that as our normal, as our okay, what message are we sending out to the universe? It really is a little bit of, well, I'm not worth new stuff. I'm not worth, looking after. I'm the girl with the holes in my knickers and the oh, it's giving off a different energy. It's giving off a different vibe. So my kind of message this week is, and as my email was today, to go out into your life and look at where you're putting up with things that maybe really simply you could upgrade. And, it might just be going to the supermarket and buying some new knickers. It might be buying yourself a new saucepan if your lid is broken. Like, just the little things. It doesn't have to be like spending loads of money. It doesn't have to be, you know, changing everything. It's just those small, incremental little changes that we can make. And we're saying to the universe, hey, I deserve beautiful things. I deserve things that work. I deserve nice things, please. It's putting out that abundant energy into the universe and into our lives. We're not settling for the broken things. So if you want to know more about this in a different way, you can you can read my newsletter. I'll put a link to it below. If you want to sign up, you're free to. But it's it's actually honoring us sometimes to look at all the little things in our life and see how much we're putting up with that we don't need to. It's like sometimes you get to that point where enough is enough and you make that change. You get so angry that the movement comes because anger moves things that you actually make changes. But it's those small little things that we can change and incrementally kind of upgrade that really can make a big difference over time. So this isn't about throwing everything out and renewing everything. I mean, you've got the money to do it, and that's great, and recycle and all the rest where you can. But I guarantee you're putting up with some broken things or some worn out things or some things that, are just not good enough for purpose. And maybe it's time to have a bit of an upgrade. So wander around your home, have a look at things. I had a classic that I've spoken about in my old flat. In my old flat, I had this gorgeous kind of glass um, lampshade in my front room. Unfortunately, it took about 3 people to put it up and take it down, and about an hour to take it down, and then an hour to put it back up, and yeah. And I lived on my own, and it was glass, and it was really heavy. There was no way I could put it up or take it down on my own. So every time the bulb went, it turned into this hideous nightmare. My landlord, my old landlord, spent 45 minutes with me once trying to I put the new bulb in and we were trying to put it back up and the bulb went again. I mean, it was just, oh, and they're really expensive bulbs to fit in this little hole in the lampshade. It drove me up the wall. So in the end, I went, right, that lampshade is going into a box. I'll look after it. I'll make it all nice. It's going in the attic because I had space in that flat. And I bought a paper one for a couple of pound, which I'm still using in my new flat. It looks great. I can take it up and take it down really easily on my own. It's practical. It does the job. It looks quite smart and clean and all the rest of it. I'm looking at it now, enjoying it. And that, even though it's a cheaper option, is actually an upgrade because it didn't take up all my time. It was less stress for me and all the rest of it. So when I moved out, I just put that lampshade back in the room and went, you can deal with that. It's too much. And that is fine. So, it's not always about the expense, upgrading something and spending more money. Sometimes spending less money is more practical. So, really have a look at your home and see where things are bugging you. What takes up your time unnecessarily? What are you putting up with that you could renew and upgrade? And just, even if you commit to like one little thing every month, by the end of the year, you may feel more abundant and have nicer things in your home and more beautiful things in your home. So have a play with it, have a wander around and see what you can upgrade. Now, if you want to talk more about things like this, I am running a workshop on the 21st of January called Thinking Big in 2025. Yeah, the small things make big things as well. So so we're going to have a 90-minute call going into letting go the energies of 2024, embracing and sprinkling some magic into 2025. We're going to go on a little journey of reflection and looking at the new year. This isn't really a goal setting session, but obviously some of that energy will come into it probably. And the key thing is that we're going to be doing some healing to create some space in 2025 and talk about things like this, the practical little things that you can do to upgrade your life. What energy would you like to create in your life in 2025? How would you like your life to be? How would you like it to feel? Maybe luxurious, maybe without holes in your knickers, it's the little things. So if you want to join me for that, there's a couple of healing sessions that I'm going to be doing afterwards as well. Come and sign up, come and join in. It would be delicious to have you on board for the session. Okay, take care. Have a great week. Bye.